Hi everyone, I'm Jasmine Illiya, the Director of Marketing at 180 Degrees Consulting UGM. I will be your mentor in the first module of 180 Degrees Consulting UGM Academy. In this session, we will be discussing the 7-step consulting process to kickstart your consulting journey. We will start this session with defining the problem. The consulting process greatly depends on this first stage as you cannot solve a problem without identifying it first. The first step in defining a problem is creating a problem statement. There are two types of problem statements. First is the typical brainstorming. This is often broad and open-ended as it used to guide a discussion towards a goal without specifying the process. For example, what features should we put in the product? Why are we inefficient? How can we be more efficient? And how can we reduce cost? Problem statement brainstorming is done to achieve a specific and sometimes quantified goals, such as which features does the consumer's wants and need in the product, how do we streamline our process to cut inefficiencies by 20%, and which of the costs can we discard to increase cost effectiveness. Though problem statement brainstorming is a desirable brainstorming method in the consulting process, there is nothing wrong with kickstarting your problem definition with the typical brainstorming. The problem statement acts as a guiding question to your entire consulting process. You should frame the problem statement as an objective. Remember that the problem statement is used to either mitigate an issue or to address a new opportunity. Now let's take a look at the case of Company X. The company functions in a market where new entrants are entering with aggressive pricing strategy. Despite being in a low-cost industry, the price per unit is decreasing due to the aggressive pricing strategy. From the company's standpoint, the cost has not increased, but the revenue is increasing slowly. To make matters worse, the company has no overall strategy or product strategy in the near future. From the case study, we can deduct that as a goal, Company X wants to increase profitability and mitigate price pressure by new entrants. We can then formulate the first version of the problem statement. What strategy or product development can Company X implement to increase profitability and mitigate the price pressure? When it comes to defining the problem, always remember that as a consultant, you must foster a hypothesis-driven logic. For examples, hypotheses are Company X has weak pricing strategy causing the vulnerability of price pressure. Company X has not explored a more diverse marketing opportunities unlocked by the new entrants, or the advances in technology would allow Company X to explore other business models or operational model. The ideas gathered during the brainstorming session. It could form a hypothesis from which a fact base is built. This fact base will then either prove or disprove the hypothesis. Based on the result, the hypothesis then becomes a fact. Problems often have causes, but remember not to confuse a symptom of a problem with the actual root cause. Let's say, for example, a chocolate company is experiencing a decrease in revenue, and we find that there is a decrease in sales generated for the first quarter. The decrease in sales is a symptom, not the actual root cause. To find the root cause, you must ask 5 whys, conduct Pareto analysis, as well as utilizing Lean and Six Sigma. After we have a hypothesis and an issue 3, we can then conduct an analysis to approve or disapprove the hypothesis. A top-down analysis and a business approach involves examining the external business environment, industry, and company in hierarchy order, starting from the broadest perspective and gradually narrowing down to the specific details. This allows for a comprehensive analysis of both the external and the internal factors. Here are the possible tools you can use to conduct a top-down analysis. For market analysis, you can take an eagle-eye view and look at things from the top. For example, the conditions of the market through PESTEL. You can then focus on the segments of the industry which the company operates in by analyzing the competitiveness through Porter's 5 forces or customer segmentation through STP. Then, you can analyze the internal capacity of the business to understand how well they can address any issue or opportunity in its external such SWOT or FRIO. Now, these examples are simple frameworks that you can use when you start your first consulting project. We will discuss in-depth framework tools in the next modules, but always remember to be creative. You can always make your own analysis frameworks. Next, let's talk about solution formulation. This is something you'll learn through experience, as there's no one-size-fits-all solution for every business case. The key point is to always go back to your issue 3 and address the root cause. Solutions can vary widely across industries and functions. For example, a strategy for organizational structure will differ from financing strategy for the finance division. For a market expansion plan, there are 3 types of marketing strategy. 1. Targeted strategy, focus on a specific market, customer segment, or geographical location. 2. Value proposition, enhance the product, service, or pricing. And 3. Go-to-market strategy, focus on distribution, sales, and marketing. That's all for the first module of 180 Degrees Consulting UGM Academy, and I hope you've learned the foundational skills and logical thinking of a consultant. Stay tuned for the next module.